Taoiseach, for weeks we've seen growing numbers of men sheltering in tents around Mount Street, just a stone's throw from here, and of course in the city centre. Many of them in appalling conditions, and many of us found it very difficult when we went down to visit them over recent days. And I do want to pay tribute to the many volunteers who provided help and support. Now, I very much welcomed the fact that the men were being moved at the weekend to what we had hoped were better conditions in Crooksling. Those conditions, unfortunately, were, at least initially, very poor. I mean, we've all seen it. We've heard reports from the men themselves. I know they're improving now, and I'm getting updates all the time from our volunteer group who are offering support and help. But there are still men camped on Mount Street, Taoiseach and Minister O'Gorman, and indeed I was there twice myself yesterday, and again saw men who had come back from Crooksling because they just had nowhere else to go. So Taoiseach, Minister O'Gorman, Taoiseach, on your last leaders' questions, I am asking that you might take control of this issue, ensure that there is decent accommodation provided to those who come here seeking refuge.
Deputy.
Very much, Deputy. Over the course of last week, you and many deputies in this House raised the really concerning situation in Mount Street, and that's why I asked my department to act. That's why I asked my department to identify a location where people would have access to sanitation, to showers, to toilets, and to meals and to services. We were able to provide that at the site in Crooksling. The earliest we were able to provide that was last Saturday, and as soon as we were able to provide that, we did provide it, and we moved international protection applicants there. There was a very significant amount of misinformation provided on the day in terms of the services. But let's be very clear: 15 toilets, 6 showers, and more being added at the moment. Access to safety net in terms of healthcare facilities, access to cross care in terms of wider facilities, all being provided there at the moment.